Hi, fans of high quality live chats. I was kind of concerned that this would work because last time I had some issues, but it went live right away. So that's awesome. I hope some people show up. I hope I get a few comments. What I'm planning to do is unbox a couple of CDs that just came in today from Amazon, but I'll wait till there's more than 3 people watching. So let me know if you're here, please. Otherwise, it's going to be embarrassing. I have nobody to talk to. Last night, I was listening to the Beatles anthology, the fourth disc. There's Music and Cat Lover. And I really enjoyed, I hadn't heard it, most of it online before. So it was like a first time. There's Classic Album Review. Hello, Larry. And Classic Album Review, he had Sparks Mad in his top 10 albums of the year. That was cool to see. Here I Is, it's Ernest. I find Ernest always very earnest. There's Nicholas Pearl. He says hello. It's Derek Gatley. He says, good evening. I love that. The picture of the cat. That's funny. It's Mutant Blues. Hello from Greece, Larry. So what time is it in Greece? So right now here in Ontario, Canada, it's 4 p.m. So I'm thinking it would be, I don't know, 9, 10 at night. I don't know how that would work. Sofra, I am here. Sofra YT, I am here. Wow, it's 11 p.m. That's cool. I was close. I have Mad 2 in my year top 10. Yeah, I don't think I have enough. I never bought enough new albums this year to do a top 10, but I love the Yes and the Band Geeks live album. So that would be, I guess, in second place, and then Sparks Mad in first. I don't know if I bought anything else new this year. That Kim Deal solo album I have, I think that was from the year before. Hi, Larry. It's Tino. Hello, Tino. That's a nice photo of you in a suit. Yeah, I do know that the UK is 5 hours ahead. And there's the Focus fan. So it's 10 p.m. in Norway. Why can't everybody just have the same time? So I thought, I was going to do a video on this channel today and just unbox a couple CDs. And I thought, no, I'll do a live chat for maybe 40 minutes or so and show you what I got. Thank you, sir. There's Bailey. Hi, Larry. So yeah, I got these two. Now, I don't want to show my address because then hundreds of people will be sending me parcels or a bomb. So there's the two, Amazon. And of course, I know what it is. Sometimes if I have, a few things on order, I'm not sure what it is until I open it. Can you guess? Now, I'll let you know what the artist the letter of the artist or the band starts with. The letter is B, and it's the same artist for both CDs. What do you think I got? It's Lee. Hello, Lee. I'm going to take them out of the package. I know, this is very exciting. And as always, please remember to thumbs up the video. That always helps my channel. And I also just letting you know on my Canadian Sub Muffin channel, I just posted kind of a story reminiscing of when I used to disc jockey in the 80s and 90s, play at, dances, weddings, parties, funerals. I'll catch up with the comments. I'm just getting the CDs out to show you. All right. Okay. Bailey Woods guesses Bee Gees. Yeah, I've seen Focus Alive 13 times. Crazy, right? Even more crazy is that I have tickets for 4 shows in 2026. Yeah, that's cool that he's still going with the band. George Harrison. George Harrison does not start with a B. Boom, Dylan. Well, you're going to find out in a minute. Blue Oyster Cult. Love all these bands. The Beatles. I love the Beatles. I bought more Beatles? Maybe. Oh, yeah. Bee Gees is a better guess. Hi, Larry. How are you? I have chronic pain. Yeah, I've been kind of a little more sore than usual. That's kind of one of the reasons I took a break from doing my Patreon until probably early in the new year. But I enjoy doing videos, so it does help. Police or Peter Gabriel? Now, Police or Peter Gabriel do not start with a B. Unless you misunderstood and thought I said P. Krautrock. I love some Krautrock. My favorite band is probably Can for that genre. Beach Boys, that's a good guess. So Butthole Surfers. I actually heard one of their songs recently on my Patreon, or a couple of them, and they were really good. So that's a good guess. Bickleback, that's a good. Bing Crosby. Bing Cosby. Or Bill Cosby. Oh, no, not P. Yep. Badfinger. Boy, it's getting pretty close. Bananarama. Big Country. They were a good band. Backstreet Boys. Not one of my favorite bands. But if you like them, that's okay. Brain Ticket. Now, there's a band I've never even heard of. Yeah. Still plays in Focus. I can't pronounce his name, but they have had many months of break now because he had cancer. Oh, that's too bad to hear. Brian Ray, guitarist for Paul McCartney. I can't even pronounce that. Beamot. Badfinger would make my day. Beck, I like Beck. Brian Wilson, I've got some Brian Wilson CDs. It'd be funny. I end up not even showing you what I got. Barry Manifold. Billy Idol. I like Billy Idol. That's good. Brian May. I like Queen. I've never heard any of his solo stuff. Let me have a sip of wine and then I'll reveal. Well, Bowie, Bebop Deluxe, great band. So somebody has mentioned the artist, Bill Bruford. I like him. I used to like Billy Joel, but I used to buy his albums back in the 70s, but I'm not a fan these days. Kate Bush, I like her. How are you, Larry? Well, I've got chronic pain. Anytime, don't ask me how I'm doing because I'll just go on about how I'm in pain. Okay. Billy Bragg, I've listened to him on Patreon. He's good. Okay. Bowie. So here we go. As some of you know that watch my channel, I've started very recently to become a bigger fan of the Bee Gees. I'd never heard this whole album. This is their first, obviously. It says Bee Gees first. And I was just so impressed with it. And so I figured I've got to get more Bee Gees in my life. Now, don't tell anybody. I'm just joking. For me, I love their 60s music, but I even love a lot of their dance music. So I got Cucumber Castle. Of course, this is the album without Robin Gibb. I've never heard this. So if anybody has, let me know what you think of it, and I will open them here. And the other one, a lot of people told me to get, and I listen to my viewers sometimes. Bee Gees Odessa. So other than your pain, I'm doing well, thank you. You knew it, yeah, Bailey. I think you were the one that guessed Bee Gees first. It'll be in the mail, Bailey. I like Bee Gees. Odessa is supposedly their psych masterpiece. Yeah. So let me open this. Take off this OB strip. Yeah, these are Japanese HM CDs. So there it is. I'm not ignoring the comments. I'm just busy at the moment here. And comes with a nice booklet. Oh, I guess it was a booklet. So that must be the, yeah, that's all there is to it. Not much of a booklet. And then it comes with the Japanese text. And let's open Odessa. And I guess when it originally came out on vinyl, it had a really nice felt cover to it. And for you Bee Gees fans out there, what is the next album? Because I've got 3 now. What is the next album I should get? And like I said, I do want to get, some of their 70s music too. Cover. Yeah, Japanese writing, and then so I'll be listening to those tonight. Your prize is a personalized autograph from Gus. You're finally home. That's a good name for a YouTube channel. I like that. I have fond memories from the 70s sitting on the shag carpet in our living room while my mom and her lady friends were playing the Bee Gees on vinyl and disco dancing in the living room. Yeah. Am I saving? I don't know. It's hard to save these because I might, I guess, like put them inside the CD, but I'm not that picky when it comes to these. Hello, Stephen, Truth Seeker. I got a Bee Gees box set of first 3 albums with each title as 2 CDs. Yeah, the first Bee Gees album I remember when I was a kid, it was one of my older brother's album, and it was 3 records, and it was called Rare, Precious, and Beautiful. Three vinyl records of their very early recordings. Horizontal or Idea, yeah. Or get the one I can't pronounce, Trafalgar. Trafalgar. I've got a scratched version of the Saturday Night Fever album that's got Bee Gees. Cool. Horizontal and Idea are really good. Yeah. Your next CD should be a Japanese learning one. Yeah. Start speaking Japanese. I put Scotch tape to the desk for the OBI. That's cool. Good idea. I have all these Bee Gees Japanese CDs, everything from Cucumber Castle onwards. They sound nice, except Mr. Natural seems to be missing the upper range on the right channel. That's noted. Yeah, that's not going to help me because I've never said that word before, right? I've of course I know of it, but I've never said that word. So, and I'm always thinking about my YouTube channels. I've got 2, and always thinking of my viewers, believe it or not. And I was wondering if, I usually post 2 videos. I post 1 video on each channel every day, which might be a bit much for some people. uh, but I was thinking maybe every other day I do a live chat. So tomorrow I'll post a real video on this channel and I'll do like an hour live chat on the other channel. Let me know if you like that idea. Mr. Natural is underrated, I think. Yeah. I'll probably end up getting all of their 60s albums and then like Main Course, even Saturday Night Fever, the soundtrack, I wouldn't mind having because I've always, like I said, even the dance era of the Bee Gees, I know not everybody's a fan of that era, but I like it. And there are no guilty pleasures in music. Just like whatever you like. Four is my nap time. I understand that, Bob. What because I'm retired, I'm not working. And I found it difficult to sleep like I used to. I used to sleep 7, 8 hours. And now my sleep is better lately, thankfully. But I usually go to bed to listen to music about by, 5 or whenever I have my dinner. I have an early dinner. Then I go to bed by usually 5 or 6, and I listen to music for 3 or 4 hours, and I end up usually falling asleep about 10. And I wake up early. I wake up at 4, 5 in the morning sometimes. Mr. Natural is very underrated. It's a really good album. Yeah. I'm a rockhead, classic rock, hard rock, blues rock, etc. Your channels were number 3 and number 4 in my YouTube recap 2025. Well, I'm going to try my best to get to number 2 or number 1 next year. Canadian stud. Yep. I'm just waiting for some more comments, hopefully. Look at this, Bailey. Canadian Stud Muffin was my #1 channel this year. I'm going to keep that comment up for 2 hours or a minute. It's Larry Legend. No, it's Larry Graves. But I am known as a legend in my mind. I haven't gotten 8 hours sleep since I was a kid, more like 3 or 4 hours a night. Wow. Yeah. There are, I don't take sleeping pills very, they're not good for you, of course. But I will, once in a while, I'll take an extra strength sleeping pill to make sure I sleep more than 8 hours. Hey, Larry, it's Morton Astad. Thoughts on the new versions of Anthology 1 to 3? The demixes on Volume 1 are nice, but the overall remaster just sounds a touch louder to me. I've heard Anthology 1 all the way, the new version. I've heard all of Anthology 1, and then I've heard most of Anthology 4. And I've enjoyed it. So I don't really have any complaints. And Freeze, the new remix of Free as a Bird, I think is really good. Real Love, I'm not sure of, because I haven't heard the original in quite a few years, so I can't really compare them. But I'm not sure if I like the remix of Real Love as much. I just bought a new bed, 2 nights so far. It's like I'm on a firm cloud. Nice. That is the Rhino box set. I have all of those plus the 3 CD Odessa. Cool. Any plans on doing some more updated album rankings? Maybe David Bowie or Rolling Stones, always a good watch. Yeah, when I do the the album rankings, I want to have their whole discography. I do have all of David Bowie's, and I have done a ranking before, but there's always at some point I want to do the band Can, and I still need to finish off my Ween series. So yeah, I'll be doing more album rankings. I love your chocolate bar reviews video from years ago. Now that you're gluten-free, what treats or snacks do you get to enjoy? Not as many. I think some of those chocolate bars in that video would still be gluten-free, but I'm not a big chocolate bar fan. But I don't really have that many snacks. There's certain potato chips that are safe to eat. They're gluten-free. And what else? Popcorn I always love. That's gluten-free, of course. I don't own any Beatles. I was born in Liverpool. You are very bad, Stephen. Purple mattresses are great. I've always said that. Freeze a Bird sounds good. Yeah. Real Love needed John's vocal placed better in the mix and George's guitar restored. Yeah, I've heard that there's a guitar solo missing in it. Did you ever get into Todd Rundgren, Utopia, the NAS? Nope. I have heard, of course, I've heard some Todd Rundgren, and I think he's a musical genius for producing and playing guitar and everything, but I never really got too deep into his solo career. Need to Drop, Goodbye, from NH, which is New Hampshire. Is that what it is? I am surprised seeing some album covers on the wall, like Foreigner, Boney M, or The Knack. How does this happen? It's just some of them are joke covers. Like ABBA. Like, I respect them, but I'm not really a fan. I like Paul Revere and the Raiders. Fiddling Buck Ryan, I've never heard. I've never really heard the Kingston Trio. The Knack I like. I love the Monkees. Bob and Doug McKenzie, of course. The Beach Boys I love. Carpenters I respect. Love Black Sabbath. And Dolly Parton I like. Yeah, some of them are kind of joke album covers. I never really got into Andy Gibbs' solo career. Nope. But, I'm familiar with a couple of his hit songs. My dad went to the Cavern Club in the 60s. That's cool. Yeah, I remember when you talked about the worst comedy movie, you said the only thing you enjoyed was the popcorn. Most of the missing guitars near the end. Okay. John's piano is also removed, which makes his voice sound a little naked, in my opinion. Yeah. Allison. The cover from that Donny Osmond album back there cracks me up. Trying to find Donny Osmond. Where is he? I seriously can't find Donny Osmond. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Yeah, okay. For Donny Osmond and the Osmond brothers, I think they're very talented. So it's kind of a half joke with that. The Osmond brothers were, like I said, very talented. Yeah, I don't know him, Bob. I never really listened to the Mavericks, but may he rest in peace. I own all the ABBA albums. Should I give back my rock fan card? Nope. A lot of rock people respect ABBA and like them. Well, that makes up for it, Stephen. You own some John Lennon and George Harrison solo. And I'm going to be ranking the songs on George Harrison's All Things Must Pass with Adam from What the Gym. I think we're recording it this Saturday, and I'll be posting it a few days afterwards. So that'll be fun. Yeah, I've become a huge or a bigger fan of George Harrison's solo career. Yeah, the Osmond Brothers' Crazy Horses album might be one for you to check out. Yeah. Favorite Robin Gibb vocal? I don't know. There's something about I Started a Joke that I love. And also his when he sings part of Nights on Broadway, his vocals on that song. Oh, that's a good question, because as I've said, I love Living in the Material World as much as All Things Must Pass. I think it's a superb album. And my favorite track, I believe, is Living in the Material World, the title track. ABBA is 1/4 Norwegian, so you are forgiven. One of the best singers out there, Larry. Check him out. I wish Christmas Time Is Here Again would be re-released so it can be streamed. Yeah, I've got a like a bootleg of the Beatles Christmas album, all of the songs, and they should officially release all of the songs they did for the Christmas albums or a Christmas album. Yeah, Brainwashed. I got to listen to more of that. I got to get that again. Good morning, all. By the way, ABBA are great. Anthony must live in Australia. LOL. I just thinking of Madonna, The Material World. I Started a Joke is one of my favorite songs to cover. Yeah. Christmas Time Is Here Again is on the Free as a Bird CD single. Yeah. O-U-T spells out. Her in that pink dress. Japan. Cool. So what time is it right now in Japan? I think you already... Well, it's morning, of course. Anthony, if Molly and I ever visit Japan, do we have a place to stay? Just asking in advance. Thanks. Yeah, we got Richie on the tour. It was one of George's best lines. Yeah. So what do you guys think of me doing a live chat every day for like an hour and just, go back and forth every other day on the two channels? Because it is nice to talk to my viewers live. And also this Saturday, my buddy Morse Gotro and I were doing an album exchange. I sent him Can's Tego Mago, and so he's going to be reviewing that this weekend. And I need to listen to, I forget his name at the moment, the guy from the Pixies, the lead singer. I believe it's his debut album. I'm going to start listening to that tonight. I'm going to listen to it like 3 or 4 times. And then we're going to review each album this weekend. Hi, Aldebaran, 4154. Sure, you like that idea. Zeb likes that idea. It's okay with me, Larry, but I won't be able to make all of them. Yeah. And what I might do too is make them at different times. Frank, yeah, thank you. Frank Black. Yep. Do you still have a P.O. box? I've always considered sending you a gift. Nope. All you have to do is just message me and I'll give anybody my home address. I might, in the near future, I might get a P.O. box number again. Frank Black, yeah. Live chats are fun, yeah. Favorite Mercy Beat song, Larry, by someone other than the Beatles? Mine is I'm the One by Jerry and the Pacemakers. I like Ferry Across the Mersey. And can't think of anything else. Die from 2020. Cool. Oh, Nicholas knows my address. You could sell that, make lots of money. What about featuring a group or solo artist on the live? Yeah, the only problem with that is not everybody's going to be interested in the artist or group, right? And then, people are going to want to talk about other things. But you never know. It's a good idea. That's cool. I'm just waiting for more comments. Yeah, that's another good one, Bob. Yeah, don't let the sun catch you crying. Last night I listened to the anthology. I listened to I think the second Joe Cocker album. I've got his first two. If anybody out there, I'm actually thinking of even doing a video. If anybody out there can find a cheap copy of Joe Cocker's third album, it was called Something to Say. I don't want to spend $80 on through Amazon for it. But if anybody can find a good used copy for a decent price, let me know and I'll send you the money and you can send it to me, because I love Joe Cocker. I don't play him enough. The Cure are awesome. That's cool. It's rough seas, mate. Yeah. I was in Liverpool back in September and had a lovely time and got Van Dyke Park Song Cycle on vinyl. I've heard that album. I really did like it. Yeah. So to finish, I listened to Joe Cocker. I listened to Black Sabbath, their debut album, and Master of Reality. And I think that's about it. Have you all heard the new song with Larry's lyrics by the band? I think you're talking about the that song Clues, is it? I got to do some kind of video to promote the great. I forget the name of the band at the moment. Great Balancing Act. They're awesome. I used to sing that. Finding a copy of Song Cycle in the wild is a magical experience. Cool. Yeah, I've never used Discogs. It's usually, if I buy used CDs, it's usually through Amazon, and I've never really had a problem with them. Yeah, if you can find a cheap CD for like under $20, $25, I don't want anybody to send it to me for free. I'm not asking that. I want to pay for it. But and also Mama Cass's Dream a Little Dream album. I've always loved that, but it's hard to get on CD. Yeah, the great balancing act. I think I'll finish this chat in a few minutes. I got to have my supper. But I thank everybody for dropping by. I love it when people say it's out in the wild, like it's a jungle hunt or something, LOL. Well, it is kind of exciting to, record shop or try and find something that's kind of rare. I've been listening to a bit of George Harrison too and loving it, but I still not really a fan of Cloud9. It's just okay. Yeah, I like Cloud9. I remember buying it when it came out. It was good. Tomato soup again? No more tomato soup, Zeb. Bye, Bob. Bye, Janet Sampson, better known as Bob. I found Song Cycle at my local antique shop. Couldn't believe a copy existed anywhere near me. Aha. So, Nicholas, do you think there's a new Beach Boys box set coming out soon? Like for, I've heard 15 big ones and whatever else. What are you having for dinner? It's I'll show you. 1 second. Don't worry, it's gluten free. Chicken pad thai. I've had it before. It's pretty good. It's in the oven now. Don't go wild in the country. Ooh, leek and potato soup. I love, Molly makes great soups. Potato soup. I think my favorite is broccoli soup. And of course, she makes onion soup. Bye. Down for more live chats. Thank you, Nicholas. There is a new Beach Boys box coming in late February. The title is We Gotta Groove. You're joking, aren't you? You're getting me all excited. Wow, that's very good. Around $10. Yeah, okay. The Beach Boys set is called We Gotta Groove. Should be out sometime next year. Lots of material to cover. It'll be exciting. So what albums is that including? Zeb says, no joke. There's no joking in this live stream. It 15 big ones, Love You, and Adult Child. I've never heard Adult Child. I know I could check it out online, but I want to wait for the official release. I love the Beach Boys Love You. And I've heard 15 Big Ones, which I didn't really care for, but I need to listen to it more anyway. And maybe hopefully the remix will be interesting or, good. Yeah. Ooh, Caribou Sessions. I need Adult Child and Merry Christmas from the Beach Boys to get full releases. Yeah. So is Adult Child, is that kind of similar to the Beach Boys Love You? And is it good or is it really weird, or let me know? What can you what can you have with gluten? I can't have anything with gluten. So it's mainly like wheat. I have to stay away from anything that has wheat in it. But there's, other things besides that. And so, it can be frustrating. Uh, enjoy it. Yeah. I'm gonna go have my dinner. The alarm just went. I've got to turn off my oven. Enjoy your supper. Thank you everybody for dropping by. It came out after Love You, even weirder with a lot of big band songs, but it's beautiful and haunting. Adult Child's Brilliant. I mean, we're friends. Oh, that's the other one I played last night. I played the Beach Boys' Sunflower, which was just so good. So thank you, Zeb. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you, Anthony, TJ Walker, Lee, Music and Cat Lover. Please remember to like the video. I appreciate it. Have a good day at work. Aloha. Night, Larry. Enjoy your supper. Thank you. Bye, Bailey. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Bye, Derek.